Hi guys, welcome to House of Samsung. This is going to be my first YouTube video, so please take it kindly on me. This is something that I've been wanting to do for years now. It's definitely a passion of mine to go with everything Samsung. I want to start with this video just showing a color that you can only get if you order directly through Samsung.com. And this is for a phone that I just got yesterday, so I'm really excited. It's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 in Burgundy. So here's what I got. Okay. Without further ado, let's see what this box includes. Starting off with our trusty box opener. Whoops, don't go too deep. Don't want to hurt anything. Okay, here we go. Typical Samsung packaging. I like this one because it doesn't actually contain any plastic. So it is much better for the environment and it's a lot easier to recycle. I actually think this is not the phone itself, but okay, yeah, I opened the wrong box, so I took advantage of the, oops, it's a little loud. Okay, took advantage of the pre-order bonuses, so I got a whole bunch of goodies, so let me get the phone. Okay, let's do this a second time, and this should be the correct one. So here we go, nice and easy. Alright, this feels more like it. Yeah, this should be it. So let's remove all this packaging. And, oh, here we go. There goes the box. Alright, so as you can tell, here's that one color that is exclusive to Samsung Online. So only those that pre-order directly, pre-order. Anybody that orders through Samsung.com will actually get this one. And this is not called Phantom Red or anything Samsung-y. It's actually just called Burgundy. So, let's see what's inside. Cut this one, nice and easy. Cut this one. And more surprises await. There's the Burgundy. Oh, there you go. Didn't even have to go far to see it. Oh, this is nice. I haven't seen the S22 in person, but I'm guessing this is going to be very similar to that color. Yeah, it's more, what can I say? It's kind of darker than I expected. From just looking at pictures and even looking at this is very like raspberry. And this is more brassy, sort of like a copper-ish finish to it. Ooh, now it's nice and shiny on here. Okay, well, before we go crazy with it, let's see, there should be nothing here. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think that's supposed to actually come off, so. Well, there's the inside of the box. This is where I believe there's going to be the, well, I was going to say accessories, but now they come pretty skimpy with that, so it's only going to be a cable. Let's see. So yeah, just your standard USB-C cable. And there should be a few guides on here, but anyway, these are not that important. I know you guys just want to look at the color itself. Here we go. It's, like I said, very coppery. It's not as red as I originally thought. So here's the top. This is where you're gonna have your, looks like a whole bunch of microphones actually. Speaker, just like it has on the Fold 3. They sound really good, by the way. Main microphone, charging port, your power, aka fingerprint reader, volume up and down. This is your SIM card slot. And yeah, let's take a look at the front of the phone. I usually like to take my sweet time opening these because it's a special occasion, so I like to take my time. Oh, it's so shiny. Yeah, it's definitely nice. It's a nice contrast from all the other folds because I mean you essentially just get black, some type of white, and the phantom green, which incidentally is what I'm upgrading from. So here's my trusty Fold 3. But anyway, he'll come into play in just a little bit. This was the one that we all want to look at. So that's all the color in its nice glory. I guess if I were to open this one, put that guy there. And this is what the phantom green on the Fold looks like. So there's the comparison. Also, one of the things that you notice right away is the hinge. This is a lot bigger than what the Fold has. This is pretty small. And even the bezels around this guy is going to be a lot slimmer than when you have on the Fold 3. You can already see the difference from this to this. This is essentially all screen, tiny little bezel. And this one has some pretty big hinge protrusions into it. And the cameras also look... I mean, from what you see in videos, it looks pretty much identical, but when you put them side by side, you can see that there's a much larger sensor for all three of the cameras. So yeah, definitely an upgrade there. I'm excited to see what it feels to go back to a better camera than what I have with the Fold 3. I mean, I love it, but yeah, the cameras are not the greatest when it comes to just newer gen phones. Okay. While we get this guy started, should start at like around 50%. Or not. Oh no, there we go. It just needed a little longer to wake up. So yeah, while that happens, let's compare with the inside screen. So, same. Bezels definitely are smaller. This is a much thicker plastic bezel around the phone. Yeah, now that you can see they're both on. Let's see, this might actually make it. Nope, that's still black. Anyway, I just wanted to put it on a white screen to make it look more like it. But yeah, this is what the bezels look like on the Fold 3 versus the Fold 4. And this one also has the, just by holding it, the matte finish on this and the rounded corners. They're a little slippery. It does make the phone kind of smoother to hold. It's actually kind of nice to feel it. This is more note-like. There's a more pronounced ridge to it. So when you grab it, the shiny thing actually kind of gives you a better grip. So there's the one thing versus this one that's slippery. Like that's already kind of slipping. Same with this thing. Anything that's that frosted finish, super slippery. This one's grippier. So that's one thing that I like better. And oh, we haven't even looked at the way that it folds, and you get to see that Samsung logo come up. So a little tent, and then a little tent of this guy right over there. So looks like that hasn't really changed much. Oh, this has a nicer feel to when you close it. Yeah, this one's more of a thud, and this is more like a bang. I don't know if that's the way to describe it, but okay, yeah, so it's harder to pull away, but then to close it, it feels more satisfying. Yeah, it is nicer feeling, I would say. Okay, I like that. It's pretty cool. All right, let's leave both open while that's happening. Let's go to this one. Okay, we are back. Got it set up, and oh, that's a cool animation. Okay, got my only fingerprint enabled, so here we are. This is what the main screens look like. This one looks a little darker, so let's bump that up. There we are. Okay, so yeah, right off the bat, as I was saying, the bezels, that's the one thing that you can definitely tell Samsung has actually made slimmer. Um, and this is another one that if we move to the front cover screen, yeah, that's definitely one thing that you notice compared to the Fold 3. It is just this big bezel over here compared to this one. So it's one that you notice, this is more similar to what you have on your regular phones, where it's pretty much just all screen on the front versus having essentially screen and then this big metal wedge on the side. And then it also is a little shorter, so it should also feel a lot easier to whenever you're typing, especially, because that's one thing that I've noticed with the Fold 3. It is that whenever you are typing, even if it's one-handed, the keyboard itself is just really narrow, and your fingers are essentially going to be bumping the whole time. This one's a little better. It gives you more of a wider stance, kind of more to what a regular phone would be compared to these two. So that is definitely something that is just striking right off of the bat. Yeah, you can see it there too. The Fold 4, just a little shorter. Oh, and then the gap is also smaller here too. It's kind of a little wider on the Fold 3. But yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much the exact same placement for everything. I mean, phone, antennas, the SIM card, the power button, the speakers, microphone, it's all very similar. So Samsung has something great in its hand and they are not messing around with it. So yeah, that's, again, the cameras do look definitely bigger on the Fold 4. And that color is nice. It has almost more of like a, depending on how the light hits it, like more light bounces. This is more, kind of keeps the same color, looking at all the sides. So yeah, if you're looking for the Fold 4 and you kind of don't want to have the exact same 3 colors as they had before with the Fold 3 and want to stand out a little more, then you might want to check out this Burgundy. I'm definitely glad I went with this color. It's nice. Oh, now let's see. The one thing that I wanted to see is oh yeah, that's definitely much better as far as how they got the camera to be hidden. The inside camera, that is. You can see it's pretty close to its surroundings compared to the Fold 3, where you could definitely tell that there was a camera there. Let's see. Well, there's that one, but yeah, you can see that one. And then whenever it's trying to be hidden, you start kind of noticing that it's not really there whenever you're watching content, but if you happen to kind of catch a few things that will show that camera, then you'd know it's definitely there. The Fold 4 is definitely more hidden. They did a better job of masking that one, so props to Samsung. Yeah. Weight-wise, they are... Oh no, actually, never mind. I was gonna say they're pretty similar, but this one feels heavier. Marginally so, just like anything else really, but there is a definite weight difference between these two phones. Sorry, kept on trying to... Haven't set up any of my gestures yet, so that wasn't really going home, but yeah. And then yeah, the little gap, not the little gap, the divot is still there, but it's not as notorious actually. Even though this one seems like it actually folds flatter, you can definitely feel this one more. Oh yeah, this is a lot similar. Okay, well then that's one thing that I hadn't actually noticed with other reviewers, is that they said that yeah, it's still there and you can see it, and yeah, you can, but it's, this one you can actually feel it, almost like an actual little wave on it. This is more like a small little divot on it. It's not that pronounced, so that's another good thing that I wasn't expecting. So, okay, even more props to the Fold 4. And yeah, you can see it's also thicker than this guy. And the camera bump is a little more pronounced, as you can tell. It's slightly more so, but I mean, you are getting 3 times optical versus 2 times optical. And then this one can actually go up to 30 times zoom. This one can only do 10 times zoom. So that's going to be a big difference, especially if you like to take a lot of pictures of faraway objects. And then also your main sensor is 50 megapixels versus only 12 megapixels. So that's another big difference that you're going to notice, because this is essentially, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the same setup that you had on the S20. And then this is more like S21 cameras. So definitely an upgrade there. Yeah, it is something nice to behold with this one. I like it. It's got little incremental upgrades that you're definitely going to notice. Also, the even though the battery is the same size as what you have on here, the processor is actually the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen Plus. So this should actually have much better battery life. So I'm going to look into all of this. This guy, I know I have to pretty much just charge it all the time. I know I'm a power user, so if we look at the battery usage on here, I do have a lot of screen on time, but it just pretty much needs to be charged all the time. Okay, I didn't mean to optimize there, but all right, so if we look at this, yeah, it's like constant. See those little trickle charges going up? That's me just essentially kind of keeping it charged all the time, because I know that even before halfway through the day, this is going to be close to being dead. So it needs a lot of charging. I mean, not that this is going to be pretty much an all-day battery phone, but I expect it to last hopefully significantly longer. So I'll keep you posted on that. Yeah, I'm still in that whole kind of clean it a little bit. There we go. Definitely liking this one. I think this is my second generation of the folding phone. I said that once you get used to having a mini tablet on your hands, you don't want to go back to a regular phone, and I still stand by it. Just being able to have this whenever I want to consume content, that hinge feels really nice, by the way. And then you just have what feels like a normal phone. Obviously, it's like 2 phones. Oh, and that actually brings me to the one comment that I get the most on this one is anytime they look at it, this just looks like a normal phone until we kind of tilt it and people kind of see it and they're like, wait, why is it 2 phones in one? What is this? So even though we're already 4 generations in, I still get questions and comments on the Fold of just what it is, and then you open that screen and it's like that show-stopping piece where people are just pretty amazed that you have a folding screen in your pocket. And as far as how it has held up, there's actually something that I noticed with this guy, and that is, I'm guessing is the actual screen protector. I don't know if you can see on camera, but I noticed that there was a little bit of this like coloration right where the screen folds, and I want to say that it's the actual screen protector, because you can see it here too. It starts, I guess, coming undone just a little bit from opening and closing so much. So it's something that you'll notice, especially on a widescreen. Yeah, you can see it there. I can actually show you better. Red won't show as well, but yeah, so right there on the white. This screen protector is almost kind of losing the glue, or God knows how long. I got this phone last year in during Black Friday, so I've had it for a little less than a year, and I noticed this maybe about 2 months ago. It's not too bad, and I know that you technically can remove the screen protector and probably apply a new one. I just never wanted to do that because Samsung says, you know, not to do it, and they have all these warnings against doing that, so I kept it. But this, if it keeps doing that, it might end up kind of getting annoying, just because, you know, you want your screen to look perfect, and that's definitely one thing that I've noticed. So yeah, that's just probably for another video as far as reliability goes. And then again, even though I just have spent a few seconds really with this phone, I can already tell that that camera is a lot better hidden than what it is on the Fold. Yeah, on the Fold 3. especially on a white screen. You can see that versus that. Well, I think I am excited to see what is next. I definitely like the subtleness of having this feeling closer to what a regular phone would look like and what it would feel like. Yeah, I even have to stretch a little bit to get to that side. Meanwhile, on the Fold 3, it's super easy. I'm already there. The other one you can stretch more. So even though it's 3 millimeters more, it actually makes a semi-big difference on doing anything one-handed and just not having your fingers feeling so cramped. So yeah, I guess gonna show you the last time to see that really nice burgundy color. I would definitely recommend it. I mean, I never really go for the standard color, so I haven't had a black phone, I think, ever. Maybe Samsung. I might have had HTC back in the day when they were black, but everything else I've had, I try to go for a color that's not the norm. So as soon as I saw that this one was a Samsung exclusive and not one that actually was even featured when the Fold 3 came out, I definitely jumped on the chance, and I am glad I did. I'm pretty sure this would be very close to your S22 Ultra color, so that's something that I would have to compare side by side, but again, this is my very first video. This is my very personal phone, so it's not anything that I'm getting through Samsung. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna start using this guy daily. I want to do a few videos comparing the two, because this one I have to send back since I used the trade-in from Samsung. So I ended up getting $1,000 for this guy, so that's great. It definitely is less than what I paid for originally, and I got the accessories for it. So that's pretty much what Samsung does. They just give you really good pre-order bonuses as well as trade-in values. So I essentially just keep my phones for about a year, trade it back to Samsung, and then get the newest one, because why not? All right, well, I guess with this one, thank you guys so much for watching, and definitely leave any comments. Hope you guys take it easy on me. I know this is the very first video I've done, so hopefully voice is good, everything that you see on here is good, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that was a bit entertaining, and I hope you like the color. I certainly did. Please like and subscribe if you like these videos. I know that this definitely helps with just viewership in general, and I can create more content. So thanks again, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.